Hey, welcome back to our channel. So today we are going to do something fun and interesting. We have a package unboxing, and then we're going to answer a bunch of questions that you asked about the dogs or about my opinions about dogs on our Instagram stories. But first, we are going to open a package. My dogs bought me a present, kind of, sort of. Let me explain. So if you have watched our videos before, or if you follow my other social media, you probably know that I am a certified trick dog instructor, and that means that I am able to judge trick dog titles through the Do More With Your Dog Trick Dog Organization, which is the first trick dog, oldest trick dog organization. And as a CTDI, I observe a lot of titles, and I can then, every time I observe a title and somebody finishes a title, they get their title, and I get trick dog points that I can exchange for things from the organization, like cute trick dog gear and clothes. And because my dogs are who got me into the sport, definitely, Charlotte, you want to come see hi? Charlotte has been my inspiration for so many things about trick dog. Previously, I competed really heavily in agility when I was a teenager, but then I was out of dog sports for a long time, and this special girl brought me back to sports, and I've talked about that before on this channel and in my book, Healing, and in our new trick dog book, Tricks in the City. But yeah, it's really thanks to her. So anything that happens in the world of trick dog, I had to do slip off my lap. I really attribute it to the dogs, and particularly my big girls. I wouldn't be doing this work if it weren't for them. And so their trick dog points, or the points I got from judging, I exchanged for this t-shirt. So I'm super excited. It just came in the mail. I have something else coming soon. And this, what do you think? Did you get me a shirt and Charlotte? What do you think? Guy, it's not for you. It's a shirt. But you got it from me, kind of. It's a t-shirt. Are you going to drool on it? Does it smell interesting? Hello. Can we show the nice people my new shirt? Oh, the drool. Yeah. Hi. So Sirius thinks that it smells very interesting. It doesn't actually smell too much to me. I was curious if it would smell really plasticky, but it does not. Hi. I know, but it was wrapped in plastic. Hi. Hi. Can you sit? Good girl. Sit. Thank you. So this is my new Halloween trick dog shirt. I think it is so cute. It says Tricks for Treats. Has a very cute little trick dog on it. And I plan to wear this through the Halloween season, which I believe has started now. But I think this is really cute. Sirius is super curious about the scent of this. Does it smell interesting? Do you think I should wear this? Do you like it? What do you think? What do you think? Do you want to wear it? Do you want to wear the t-shirt? You could be the first one to wear it. What do we think? Dun, 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 dun. Tricks or treats? That's pretty cute. Basically is your size. That's pretty cute. Should we put your feet through it? This is not what this video is going to be, but hey, what do you think? Don't you? Yes. But clearly dressing up my dog. Oh, that's pretty cute. Let's get our other foot. Cooker. I know. We're being a very good sport about this. Good. So this shirt is absolutely adorable and serious. I hope that it is anywhere near as cute on me. But I'm all about this. Pretty stinking cute. Okay, so now that I got the t-shirt off of Sirius, who was a very good sport. But now I'm going to answer some questions that you guys have left in my Instagram stories. Drool. I have drool on me. How did that happen? All right, so first question is favorite dog breed. I don't actually have a favorite dog breed. I have been super fortunate to share my life with a number of dogs, starting when I was a kid, and of a variety of different breeds. I've actually, is that a true sentence? Yes, I've never had two dogs of the same breed. I had to really double check that in my head, but I haven't. So I've been really fortunate to get to share my life with a number of dogs of different breeds and different mixed breeds, and then to know and play and train with a number of dogs of lots of breeds. So I have a number of breeds that I really like, but I don't think I have like an absolute favorite breed. I have different breeds in my head that I think really excel at different things. I'd love to, so the next question is, I'd love tips for how to train your dog to walk well in a harness. So that's actually a really common question, and one that has a lot of different parts. So teaching your dog to walk well, by well, I'm assuming you mean not pulling, and it's a lot of engagement games. There's different ways to do it. You certainly can get equipment like front clip harnesses, which are non-aversive, they don't cause pain, ways to train your dog to support you while you train your dog, but the gear itself isn't going to teach your dog how not to pull, gentle leaders, head halters, etc. Similar non-aversive tools can be really helpful while your dog is learning, but they don't teach your dog that. The key is starting slow, lots of treats, rewarding your dog where you want them to be. When they're in that position, helping to keep them in that position by making it be the magic spot. When they are in position next to you, treats happen, praise happens, fun things happen. And so that's really sort of the bare beginning spaces of teaching your dog to walk without pulling. I could do a whole video about it. Let me know if that's something you're interested in the comments. It is a multi-step process, and it's something you're going to have to continue to work on in different environments. It's going to be harder for your dog to do when you are out somewhere, even in your neighborhood. It's going to be even harder if you go somewhere like a pet store or the beach or somewhere really high interest to your dog. So I always advise starting inside and then gradually beginning to increase the difficulty or distraction level of where you are asking your dog to loose leash walk next to you. Actually, the next two questions are, what's your favorite dog breed and favorite type of dog breed? So again, I love dogs. I love dogs. That really is kind of the reality for me. I'm pretty dog obsessed. I've always been dog obsessed. Having a Newfoundland was a dream breed for me to live with. I knew Newfoundlands when I was involved in dog sports as a junior handler, and I always wanted to share my life with a Newf, so that's a dream breed. But really, I love so many different kinds of dogs. I love really tiny dogs. I love giant dogs. I love dogs that are like medium sized. I love herding dogs. I love dogs. I just love dogs. But I'm not like a breed person in that way. I love a lot of different breeds. And am somebody who while I am involved in our local breed club with Sirius, and the Mercury, I should say this, Mercury and Charlotte are both mixed breeds. Mercury is a Chihuahua Dachshund mix. Charlotte is some sort of, we think, cattle dog mix, but she was found living on the street, so we are not certain. And while I'm involved with our local breed club, I'm somebody who is likely to have different breeds for every dog that enters my life. It's just something that I like. I like the challenge of working with different kinds of dogs. What got you into dog training? So I got involved, as I said, I've always been obsessed with dogs. Like my first word was probably dog. I've been fanatically obsessed with dogs since I was like 4 years old. And I got my first dog when I was 6, I think, first grade, whatever, how old we are then, who was a Lhasa Apso, which is a non-sporting breed, and was an amazingly naughty dog who was deeply failed by having grown up in my family where I was the only person that worked with him, and I was like 6 years old. So I was learning about dog training with him, and I didn't know a lot. And then my second dog, who came into my life when right before I went into high school, was a miniature Schnauzer. And he was my first competition dog and my first sport dog. And I knew I had always wanted to be involved in dog sports. That was really, really like what I wanted. And I was able to start doing that with him. And same with Snickers. And he opened up worlds for me. And so that's when I got involved with training dogs and competing in sports. And I loved it. And then, yeah, so that was when I was like 13, 14. Do your dogs love cuddles? Some of my dogs do. Charlotte. Hi, Pumpkin. She's laying by the door watching outside. So Charlotte is probably my cuddliest dog by far of all of my dogs. She will cuddle with you. She'll cuddle with anybody. She loves people and loves to cuddle. So anytime anyone comes over, Charlotte is like, you're here to love me. So Charlotte is my most cuddly dog. Mercury, who is my retired service dog, was very, very cuddly with me specifically at different points in his life. He is 17 years old now, and he'll cuddle on occasion. I wouldn't classify him as like a cuddly dog. He has shared a very special bond with me when he was a working dog, and so he did spend a lot of time with me. And when he wasn't, during his off time, he was pretty cuddly. Now I would say he's pretty average. And then Sirius is who's laying right off camera, is my least cuddly dog. She does not particularly like to cuddle. Everybody always assumes from the minute she came home, people are like, she's a big stuffed animal. She loves to cuddle. And she does not. She is not cuddly at all. She wants to play. She wants to engage with you. She wants to do stuff, but she's not particularly cuddly. She will cuddle if we ask her to, but it's not a default for her. She doesn't dislike it, but it just would never occur to her to do that. Versus Charlotte, who is like, let's cuddle all the time. Next question. Do you make up your own tricks and word commands or find them online? So kind of a combination of both. So there are a lot of tricks that are kind of things that people just know about, right? Like sit and down, those are tricks. Roll over, that's a trick. And so, there are sort of tricks that are just in our common knowledge of things, and so my dogs know how to do those. There are tricks that are part of titling programs. So again, here's our titling stuff. There are tricks that are part of earning those titles, and so through Do More With Your Dog and the American Kennel Club, I get trick ideas through that. Both Sirius and Charlotte are Trick Dog champions, and Charlotte and Sirius has her Trick Dog Performer title. And then I also love to get creative with tricks. So my new book, Tricks in the City, which just released last month, I teach you how to teach your dog 50 different tricks. Some of them are tricks from those titling programs with me providing the instructions how to teach them. And some of them are tricks that I've sort of figured out along the way. I love to make tricks up with my dogs. If you look at maybe my last video where Sirius and I invented kind of a volleyball game, one of my favorite things is spending time with my dogs and just figuring out new tricks together. Next trick. Why do you use a nice voice with your dogs and not a firm one when you ask them to do tricks? That's an interesting question. So, because it's nice. So I am very much a positive reinforcement-based trainer. I try to engage with my dogs in the kindest way possible. For me, training and certainly trick training is about a partnership. It's about teamwork. It's about working together. And the way to do that is to be kind to my dogs and to cue them, not command them. So anytime I'm working with them, it's about making sure that I'm setting them up to be successful. So dogs thrive on praise. They thrive on high energy, happy voices. And so that's what I'm going to give them. I'm not going to give them a stern sit. Like, who wants to do that? That's a really great way to shut your dog down. So instead, it's going to be sit. Yay! And then we praise, right? And so until a dog knows what a certain cue means, I'm not going to give it. I'm going to lure them with a treat. I'm going to support them in making sure that they are getting it, so I don't have to be stern with them in order to get the desired response. When you lived in New York, what was the best way to lessen anxiety in your dogs besides medicines? So if you follow me on social media or you followed my content for any length of time, you know that my dog Charlotte has severe, significant clinical anxiety issues. She is a very high needs rescue dog, and one of her primary triggers is the barometric pressure changes that comes with thunderstorms. She also has a severe reaction to fireworks. She's on multiple heavy psychiatric medications during points when there are triggers in her life that have to be dispensed at certain intervals around when those triggers happen. Pretty much if there is a thunderstorm on the forecast, which actually there is today here in Portland, which is very unusual for Portland, she has to be monitored 24/7. She cannot be alone, even medicated, or she will hurt herself. And so it's a huge commitment to have a dog with this kind of issue. And so in her case, supervision and medication really are the only options. She's why we moved cross country in large part when we did, both because Sirius needed knee surgery and because we just couldn't deal with the frequency of storms in New York anymore. It was unsustainable, even though my partner and I both work from home. And so, but beyond that, she is sort of a special case in terms of anxiety because hers is so significant. But, a big thing to reduce anxiety with dogs is to pair the scary situation with something pleasant, something that they like, treats, chews, right? So a dog who doesn't have significant psychiatric issues, which she does. She also has significant neurological issues. A dog who doesn't have those challenges, you can pair something scary with something not scary. And so that's something I would do anywhere, whether it was New York or here. For example, Sirius is concerned about motorcycles sometimes. We've had some people be kind of jerks and rev their motors right next to her. And so anytime I see a motorcycle, I'm pairing that with a high value treat, praise, yes, and doing it at a distance where she's able to be successful, so she's never going over threshold. It's a bit more complicated than that, but that's sort of the quick and dirty of how to support a dog to lessen anxiety. It's about working at their speed to create new associations with whatever to them is scary. And then our last question is, what is your all-time favorite dog breed? And again, I'm a dog person. I love mixed breed dogs. I love purebred dogs, and I love all kinds of dogs. I wish I had a better answer, but not really, because I just love dogs. I'm definitely that person, and I know people who are very much breed people of a particular breed, and they are deeply feel called to that breed above all of their dogs, and I love and respect that so much, because those are the people who do amazing lifelong work to preserve those breeds. So that, I think, is fantastic, and I benefit from that, and I try to be as involved as I can with whatever breed of dog I have at the time. But yeah, I just love dogs. I hope this was enjoyable for you. Please let me know in the comments if you have questions you'd like to see me answer in future videos, and I hope you and your dogs have a fun day. Bye-bye!